Shiny. You know, once you've finished washing your car, and not your RC car, but your actual car, and you go on with the chamois. So that's basically what I did. Just go around all the parts that I couldn't get to with the brush, and the chamois done all the work. So, as far as that is concerned, that's done. I do want to take this diff out and take it apart. I'm fighting the urge, but I think I am going to, but I want to make sure everything else is done first. So why didn't I crack the back? Well, basically, you've got to dismantle the whole thing. So you've got to take this back shock tower off, and then you've got to take the two sides off, which tie into the rear brace to actually split it apart. So it was going to be a bit of a drama in doing that. So I just opted to give it a good clean. It looks pretty good, and just actually concentrate on the front. So everything else, very nice. So yeah, I won't ever go at that. But cleaned the battery tray, also cleaned all that other stuff, all the other peripheral stuff. These, they're gone. So they cover those. So they kind of aren't doing its job if they can't do that, because you gotta grease these up when you put them in the drive cups. So they're all in there. So you gotta grease them all up, and then that actually stops, or the boot stops all the dirt from getting into the drive cup there, and this one there. So I spoke to Gav incognito, and I said, hey, did you notice that these are stuffed? You know, have you got any more? He goes, yeah, I got some more. I said, okay, no worries. So there was only one saved. So I'm still going to put it in to install it. It's a lot easier, and I'll grease these up, put it in, and then I believe he's going to work on this. So let's give this a clean. Okay, now it was only just a polish up, clean down. Gavin's going to rip it open, have a look at the clutches and the drives. So you can see there, that's what I'm assuming the bell, and the clutch will be inside that. And I suppose there'll be some sort of drive. I might ever read up on it. But while we're here, this is the front brakes. So you can see it's made up of 2 carbon fibre discs, and then you'll see this, what I'm assuming would be like a steel rotor inside on the drive. So that's those drives I was talking about, similar to MCD. They just fit in, and that's where the boot goes over and captures there, so no dust gets into it. So that sits in keys inside. Then you've got that nipple there. So if we push that in, and then you've got these 2, like they're probably alloy, but that's 2 discs. They're sandwiched together. And I'd say there'd be, see this, that there, that'll be a bladder, probably a neoprene or rubber bladder. And then all you need to do is apply air to that, it'll expand, and then that'll push against this here, and that'll engage the brake. So let me see if I can do this. Lighting shit in it. We've got enough distance. Yep, yep. Get ready. How's that, eh? There we go. That's the demo of the front air brakes. Okay, and this is rear. This is the rear setup, so duplicated, but I believe it may be a lot different. So I might have a look at the actual setup of this now that I've got everything under control, everything's all cleaned up, and I'll be able to assemble it and give it back to Gavin this weekend. So again, there's the bell going around on, you'd assume that the clutch is in between them, this enclosure, but it's this here I'm interested in. No joke of a motor, so it's a Zenoa base 29, but it's a G4Z. I'm not too sure what stage, if it's a stage 2 or 3. Let's see. No, but very nice. Well, it says 2K19, which I'm assuming is just the year that it came out, but yeah, that's it. And also the exhaust, the exhaust manifold. Now, because that sits on the chassis. Now this here, man, this is awesome. So it's a hard plastic. So once that's on, it's on. I think I don't want to take the pipe off the header because it looks that looks like it's kind of mounted into place. So that is a real good connection. So once we put it back, we'll cinch those back up, and you'll get a better seal there. But that's kind of it. But all the business is here, I reckon. There's something. I've got to have another goose, because, yeah, it's a bit beyond me, this platform, as far as this dual clutch setup, but something that I'm not going to run, but I am intrigued about. Have always been intrigued about since I've seen it. And there's the starter. The starter there that you get the starter tool. So you'll see that gear there. So that is traditionally on the pull start side, so the flywheel. So that it just attaches straight to the flywheel. So it's in kind of reverse traditionally. And I'm loving this velocity stick, how it's not centered. So there's a lot of science going on there. Okay, I'm just going to touch this up again, give it a clean spit and polish, and I think we're ready for assembly, even though I want to do that diff. Okay, I need to know. It's off, we might as well have it, we got to get it off, we're going to have a look. So I've taken the exhaust off, completely off. It's off the heater. So off the cylinder. Again, I'm in a controlled environment. I've disconnected the spark plug. So I'm in a controlled environment. It's very clean. So the exhaust, the carby's open and the exhaust port is open. So I wouldn't recommend doing this in a dirty environment. But it looks like we've got 2-3 mils here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh.
Get some price for both of them.
Okay, I lost audio here. Don't know what was going on with that GoPro. So just giving a little bit of a love tap, just to loosen it up because of the gearing they've got in there. And it's probably the first time it's been apart since it got assembled over a year ago. So I gave it a little love tap, got the channel locks out, and I was able to pry it free. This is a lot of dirt within that casing, so it was pretty hard to get out. So there we go. Hopefully the audio comes back so I don't have to keep doing these voiceovers. But that's your first look at the internals of the that gearing there. So I'll let you I'll hand you back to the big fella, and he'll the audio will start kicking in now. So this is the planetary gears. See that? So there's a bearing, and you got the assembly. Looks like it's got graphite grease. Looks like to be graphite grease. Yeah, definitely graphite grease. Oh, nice. That spline right in the centre of the outdrive cup. And then they got 4 grub screws. So there's one there, you keep rotating. So it's at every, so that's it. So let's say the first one, 12, 3, 6 and 9. So there's 4 grub screws in there. Don't think we need to take those out because that'll just take the outdrive cup out. So that's the assembly. Then we've got this here. So the terminology that they use is bear with me, just looking at the Elcon models. Okay, so we have the so I'd say that is the gear carrier. That there is the gear carrier. And that is the planet gear. So that's attached to the bell. So let's take this off. Use a 3mm ball end. Okay, here we go, and that exposes the clutch. So it looks to be a 4-shoe clutch. So you got 1 shoe there. Oh no, got multiple shoes. So it'd be 6-shoe clutch. So I think this is an modified, I believe, is an modified clutch from Bill Hoddy. I believe. I'm not too sure, don't quote me on that. But you'll notice every one can be adjusted. Let's say let's try a, no, it's not a 2mm. I don't know. I'm not too sure what it is. We'll find out what it is. But apparently every shoe has got a spring, so a tensioner on it. So whether you tighten or loosen, depending is when the clutch shoe engages. So very similar to the Pro Bike clutch of the MCD and the Matt Olson Designs clutch as well. So very similar, but not. Don't take me to the bank on that one. Okay, and then we've got, so that's the bell there on the other side, and then that is the Planet gear. So you've got to assume that those four grubs, retain onto that pin there. Well, that'll probably be a part of the bell. So if we were to loosen those off, then the planetary gear would come off. I'm assuming that's what the planetary gear is, eh? Yeah? Planetary gear? Oh, I'll double check on that. So what are they? Terminology again, sorry. So we'll put that in picture there. So the gear carrier and the planetary gear. But because I'm going off this there. So I'm not too sure which one's what. You would assume the planet gears is this one, because there's, or the gear. I'm sure some Elcon boys will help me out with this one here. So yeah, good exercise if you haven't, if you probably bought your Fourtex second hand and you haven't opened it up yet. So I suppose this is what the exercise is all about. I'm not going to clean it up because they've got all that grease on there. So I'm just going to assemble it, put it back. There is a little bit there, so I'll clean it up. So we'll leave all that graphite grease on there, because I do have some, but again I think Gavin's going to strip this down and probably clean it all up and then apply some fresh grease or some graphite spray on it. Okay, so yep, that helps if it goes the right way, eh? So I'm not going to Loctite it, so don't come at me for not Loctiting, and I'm not going to torque it down as well. Looks like you could use a traditional Allen key set, but ball end way better. You don't want to torque it down obviously with a ball end, so you might have best to have the traditional Allen keys so you can actually cinch it down, tighten it down, whatever the torque settings are for these. For this exercise, it was just mainly a dismantle, have a sticky beat. You never want to have your ball end straight when you're tightening it up, or else it'll snap. Works better on an angle. Okay, so there we go, line it up. Play around the gears. Look at that. There we go. A little bit more. A little bit more persuading. Beautiful. Alright. Jeez. And yeah, I suppose for shits and giggles. Right? Hey. Hey. Alright. I'll put the manifold on. I just probably wanna gonna clean up that surface. Looks like it's used a bit of gasket. There was that Bond gasket, liquid gasket. So that looks like that needs a clean up because that is rough as guts. So I'll do that, and I think that's enough. That's it. Because you have a look at this one. So basically, it's the same. The only thing difference is this housing there, which has got the starter on it. So that's attached to what was the flywheel, but now that's attached directly to the crank on the starter. So, and so you got the same system here. You got the well, we can maybe get to it, because if we can take 1, 2, 3 off, we can get to that bell. No, we'll let Gavin. Gotta let Gavin do something. So it'd be the same thing. The only thing that is different is the air brake assembly that we got on here. So that's it. That's what it looks like. That's all the secrets revealed. Fancy stuff, isn't it? Okay, here we go. So the ring gear. Oh, look at that. Fresh. Well, it's an oil, it's a grease. The viscosity is really, yeah. Okay, so, well, let's split it. Let's split it apart. So, there we go. Beautiful. Okay. I'll break all the nylock seals so you can see they're all nylock nuts. So you got to break it first before you can take them out. One, two, 3, 4. Okay. Pick. So I don't really need to take that off. Take this one off. Ooh. Okay, I'll take the other side off. Yeah. Yep. Or go for old man strength. But really, I want to crack it. Oh, I suppose it's off. Oh, I'll speed this up. I need to do some homework on whatever that is. Whatever this is. It's pouring out. Here we go. Can't beat it. The old DDM set. The T-handle. Awesome for really getting in there. Sweet. Gotta love torques, eh? Ever since I've been working on this, I was thinking about, man, the torque's probably way better feel. You know, you're not going to strip them. Just a better feel than the hex wrench or hex heads. Next level. It's next level stuff. It's like it's like adding a hash brown to a bacon and egg roll. Next level. Superior level. Hey mate. Well, that should come apart. So let's split it. And it's all going to ooze. Yeah, she wants to ooze. So, let's get in. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Just not so much the gearing, but this. It's. Yeah, okay. I need to find out what that is. It's like a 250 weight diff oil. Like the thickness of it's 250. So we've got as any diff, got the outer bearing, but this one has got a bushing. So I believe that would probably be capturing this gear here. And you probably can't see it on there, because plus it's a GoPro, so she's not going to focus. So we've got the spline teeth in there. So on that gearing. So you've got your standard outer gearing, but on the internal, it's got all the spline teeth that matches up with the spline drive. So then you've got, whoa. So then we got here. So very familiar. Gearing. That's on there. So those will be shims. I'm assuming shims that drop down. So you look on the gears there, they drop down into these. It's been machined out to take that, fits in, and then obviously on the other side is the other gear with all the spline teeth on there. So very interesting. So that's it. So the 4 gears. Nice. Yeah, that viscosity of grease, eh? So it is sealed. Before I was saying when I first took it out, it started oozing out. So it's cool. It's gonna take more greased up. It's nowhere to go. Here we go. Actually, I'll go back to the old. I'll go back to this. Oh, look at that. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, whoa. Come on, man. Get onto it. So I'm going to film this. You're filming this, and I'm going to film on this. Here we go. Up and close. Up and close. That's way better. Okay, now you can see the spline. The teeth. And on the other side, now you can see that viscosity. So it's like a 200, maybe a 100k viscosity on that grease, oil. And then you've got this here. So you've got the two shims on the out, and they go in there. It's all stacked together. Got a little O-ring on there, held in by those. That's very nice. Bit tricky. Oh no, if you use this. Because these are Nylox, so you don't have to use Loctite. You know, you're not going to have problems rebuilding these. Stripping and rebuilding. So it's really quite easy, isn't it, to tear it down? Reminiscent of a Baja diff, isn't it? No, it's not. Well, the main diff of the Baja, I suppose. Then again, I'm no Baja expert. Jeez. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey. Two more. Hey, hey. And last one. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. That was the inside of the Elcon Fourtex front and rear diff. They look the same. As far as hookup, you know, that you yeah, as far as the actual tuning of it, I don't know. I wouldn't have a clue, to be honest. And we're all being honest here. Don't forget, we're just stripping this down. As far as what you need to do, I mean, if there's any diff oils, I suppose it would be changing the viscosity into the diff oil. So if you think of a traditional lossy diff, it's all done with the weight of the oil. So maybe if you go to a higher diff oil, you know, you get more traction out of it. You know, if you put in 1,000,000 weight, acts like a locker, I suppose. So I'd also say it's probably to do with the drives as well. You know, that planetary gearing and so forth, playing around with that. I know there was a few ratios you could do with that, dialing them in with, you know, your corner speed versus all that other stuff, all that other beautiful diff stuff they keep going on about. So that's it. That was us taking apart the Elcon Fourtex diff. There's actually an exploded, there is an exploded illustration or video on their YouTube, Elcon Models page, YouTube page, that shows it's 10 years old. So we just go to show this is a 10-year-old design and it's still functioning awesome. Bearings look good, bushings look good. I really do like those brass bushings just to help them out. So alright, that's it. Let's fry back in. Old man across the road, grinding, I don't know, unobtainium, doing my head in. Flying axe kick to the head, I reckon, will wake him up. Okay. Well, you made it. You made it to part 3. I'm just about to put it all back in. Watching AMS, Dakota Fenn, Ryan Mayfield. Oh, JC bumped up to 3. Wow. It's only 30 minutes in. 30 minutes into 30 minutes left. So, alright, let's continue. I'll see you in part 4. Later.